Hi everyone, this is Lorraine and this is Felix, and today I am here for his 6-month update. So Felix is now 26.5 inches. He's 18 pounds and I believe his head was 17 inches. And I think his head's on the big side of the growth chart, but everything else he's kind of in the 50th percentile. To me, he seems like a big baby, but he's right in the middle for everything. So yeah, he's, I guess, on the normal side. I was thinking okay, if he's in the 50th percentile for boys, I used to always think that I was a super tall person. Well, not a super tall, but a tall girl. I always thought I was taller than most girls. I'm 5'7". It's not a crazy height, but I always thought that I was kind of tall. And lately, what I'm learning is that I'm on the tinier side of people. I think people nowadays are just so much taller. So maybe when I was in high school, I was on the tall side. But now that there are all these kids that are in their, maybe in their 20s or something, they all seem like they're 10 feet taller than me. So I don't know. I always thought I was tall, and my husband is on the shorter side for guys because he's only an inch or two taller than me. I'm going to say my husband's 5'9", but he's probably really 5'8". But I'm going to say he's 5'9". So I would assume that, you know, our children would be kind of, you know, whatever. But my other son's tall. He's right on average, on point. And so I just wonder what a average male height is. So Felix had his 6-month appointment and everything looked good. Like I said, he's 50th percentile for pretty much everything. Do you want to get around and move? Pretty much 50th percentile except for head, which is more in the 90th percentile. I have a big head though. Know that. I do know that. But so yeah, he's pretty average. He had his shots. That all went well. Since he turned 6 months, he has now been introduced to solid food. I'm a couple weeks into 6-month period. So he has already tried, first food was sweet potatoes, then we did green beans, then I did avocado, and then I did carrots. And he has pretty much enjoyed everything. He doesn't seem to particularly like carrots so much. I thought with this baby I would end up doing the baby-led weaning approach. However, he's really liked standard baby food, just whatever. So I have just been going with it because it works. And I enjoy making the baby food. I have a rice cooker. We don't have a kitchen at the moment. I'll have a kitchen eventually. But right now our kitchen is all ripped out. And we'll get a kitchen. My husband and his parents are gonna build the cabinetry. So they're getting all set up to build cabinetry right now. So we'll see how that goes and everything, but they're gonna be doing all the work. So I don't know if people want update videos on that and stuff, but I don't have a kitchen. I do have a rice cooker, and on top it has a steamer. That's how I make the food. I steam all of his food. And then I have a little food processor, just about this big, which is so good. I don't know what brand it is, but I'll link it below. Those two things to make baby food are amazing. I do actually own a baby bullet, and when I made baby food the first go around, the baby bullet kind of sucked. So if you're looking to buy one of those fancy little baby food makers, you don't necessarily need one. Because if you have a steamer of some sort, or if you can steam vegetables right on the stove, you can do that approach too. You can also boil them, whatever. But the food processor, it makes a huge difference. And that I bought on Amazon a long time ago for only $19 or so. And the baby food makers that are the steamer and the processor all in one, I've read a lot of reviews where they end up getting mold. So that's just something to think about too. I don't know if it happens or if people aren't cleaning them out properly. I'm like a very like into cleaning things out, especially where your food is. Yeah, so I don't know how that goes. I've really enjoyed making the baby food. And he's enjoyed it. So it's been a good, fun experience. With my first child, he did not like baby food at all. And I bought every kind of little spoon imaginable, because I thought, okay, well, some babies don't like metal spoons, so I'll get silicone spoons. So I get every type of silicone spoon, every shape. He just didn't like eating, and he eventually started eating food, but he never ate baby food. I think it had a texture thing. So that's been super fun. The other thing is Felix is extremely mobile now. He isn't crawling yet. He's on the verge of crawling, but he moves by rolling. He just rolls everywhere. Just rolling everywhere. So I'm probably gonna have to start baby proofing a lot. That'll be something I probably talk about next month, is that I baby proofed, and I bet he'll be crawling in the next month. Not sure yet, but I bet he'll start crawling by the next month video. Felix has been an amazing baby. He's happy all the time. He sleeps decent naps during the day. My pediatrician, he's like, you're getting more naps than most people, so you're kind of ahead of the game there. But he still takes 2 naps during the day, maybe a little bit more, but 2 naps. One after I drop off my son from school. He naps for about 30 to 45 minutes. Then in the afternoon, we kind of messed up his schedule because my other son got sick. And so Felix was napping for like 3 hours in the afternoon, but he was napping at the time period when I go to pick up my other son from school. So I've got to figure this all out again, but he takes a decent nap in the afternoon, somewhere between 1 to 3 hours. I'm still using the Baby Bjorn carrier a lot, mainly forward facing. If he seems a little bit tired, I put him inward, but he rarely falls asleep in that. He has to be extremely tired to fall asleep in that. But forward facing, he loves it. He gets so much attention from people in it because people are just like, oh, he's so cute, he's got such cute cheeks, blah, blah, blah. He is a cute baby. I think so anyway, but so much attention in the Baby Bjorn carrier. People love it. People constantly say, if I had those whenever I had kids, they didn't make those back then, but they have been making them for a very long time because I'm 30 years old and my mom used them with me when I was a baby. So when people tell me that, I want to say to them like, well, my mom used one and you're not really older than my mom, but you know, just less conversation. I'm not a people person. I try to keep limited contact. So he loves being in his carrier. When he is down, he really likes the O-Ball toys, like the whole line. We have a helicopter from O-Ball. It's O and then Ball. It's the name of the company. Not being paid to say this. I got the balls for Graham when he was baby. They were ideal. And so with Felix, I've gotten some of the other toys. The O-Ball, what's it called? The helicopter and the car. And then he has a frog too. Loves them all. Since I haven't seen you since Christmas, he got some really good things for Christmas too. Well, at least one good thing for Christmas that he loves, and it's his activity center. I got the Orabelle Porta-Play. Orabelle Porta-Play. I was in between that and the Skip Hop activity center, and I went with Orabelle one, and he loves it so much. So he plays in that. Let me see you, buddy. You dropped your bugaloop. You dropped your bugaloop. We experienced baby's first Christmas, so that was nice. The best part of this Christmas is first Christmases really aren't that exciting. It's not like they open presents. or get it or anything like that. You get really excited about it as a parent, but it's not as exciting for the baby, even though you want them to be excited by presents and all that fun stuff. It's not as exciting. But this year was probably the best Christmas I have ever had, because my 3-year-old, much more fun having a 3-year-old open up presents. And as I mentioned, we bought him the activity center, the Orabelle Porta-Play activity center. And I literally woke up that morning, got ready and everything, and then put him in the activity center while my other son opened gifts. And that was entertainment for the baby. Not only the activity center, but seeing my other son open gifts, because baby's best form of entertainment is his older brother, and his older brother completely adores him as much as baby brother adores big brother. So it's a very, very nice little combo. So favorite toys, the O-Balls, his SpongeBob phone case. It's just a phone case. I showed it before, but I'll show it again. Soft books. Spot's Toys one is his favorite. Melissa and Doug makes a bunch. He got one for Christmas that was by Jellycat, which is a monkey one, which he absolutely loves. This child loves stuffed animals. My other son didn't really love stuffed animals, but this child loves stuffed animals, and he likes to touch the stuffed animals. We were at Nordstrom one day and he saw this and he grabbed it because he was in the baby Bjorn carrier, and I was looking around at things and he grabbed this and he loved it and he just hugs it, and it's so sweet. So he loves stuffed animals and the little faces on the stuffed animals. I think the more dog-like they are, the more he loves them. We got this little soft toy book. It's like a soft toy, and it's a toy and a book combined, but all it is you open it up and it's got like little barn animals, and it does make noise, which I'm not the biggest fan of things making noises, but I don't mind this one. I think it's super cute, and it's the little Fisher-Price like barn that they make, but a soft book thing, and I got it at Target. He also really likes this little skip hop owl that he can hold on to, and he likes anything with wheels. So I think it's because his older brother loves anything with wheels, or it could just be a boy thing, but he loves anything with wheels. And his Bugaloop is a must. This was one of his brother's favorites as well. It's by Newbie, and it's called the Bugaloop. He still takes his naps during the day, but at nighttime, he stays in bed and just sleeps. And I think it's because we just have created this nice routine. For Christmas, my mom and dad purchased Felix one of the Lorraine Canal rugs, and we have it in his room right now. And since he's on the verge of crawling, it's been really, really nice having, because my other son Graham and I come in here with Felix, and we kind of lay on the floor with him and play with him on the floor, and that encourages him to move around a little bit. Size wise, he's still he's like basically all 6 to 12 month clothing. I've got to figure out sock situation, because socks don't seem to be staying on him very well. So I have to get some new socks. This is the first month too that he actually like full on laughed, like giggle, laughing hysterically, and it was at my son, because my son was making this noise at him. My other son Graham was going, and he gives me the biggest smile whenever I'm out of his presence for a moment and he spots me, or if someone else is holding him, he gives me the biggest smile when he spots me, which I love. He reaches for me now all the time, which I love. So he's still breastfeeding. I'd never pumped or anything like that. So 6 months breastfeeding, still going strong. He feeds several times a day. Look, just spit up on me. So he still feeds several times a day and at night. He eats like 7:45, 10:30, Then around noon, then probably 3 and 5, and then 7, and then he goes to sleep for a little bit. Just several times a day, he keeps eating. And he does wake up and eat in the nighttime, but he sleeps in bed with me. So it's really not a big deal to just feed him and keep him sleeping. Sit better and better every day. Still not perfect, but he's sitting. As soon as he hit the like nicely sitting, even if it was assisted a little bit, we brought out the Ingelicina fast table chair that we had with Graham. And instead of, when we go places now, instead of bringing in the car seat if he's awake, we are taking him out of his car seat and putting him right at the table with us. So that's really nice. Hi. And we did buy something that they didn't have initially with it, which is this Ingelicina. See, that's how you pronounce it, or Ingelicina. I'm not sure how to pronounce it exactly, but this is the dining tray. I haven't used this yet. However, I think it's going to be pretty amazing because what we did before we had this, which I don't believe they had it even made when Graham was a baby, was we would put silicone table mats underneath so that he could, like, we could put all of his stuff on the table and not have to worry about it. This seems way better. I asked multiple times a day, is he always this happy? He's just a really, really good, happy baby. Easy. I give him a lot of attention though. A lot of attention. He's definitely a mama's boy, so he doesn't really like other people holding him for long periods of time. So he'll let other people hold him maybe for a couple minutes and then he wants to come back to me. I didn't mean to do it that way, but he just seems to be very attached to me and I'm okay with that. He still uses his activity mat at least once a day for a little bit of time, plays with the toys on there. Since we've gotten this new rug though, we've been it's nice to play with him with toys just sitting there because now he can roll over and it's not a problem, but he still plays on his mat. He still sits in his Baby Bjorn bouncer for a decent period of time while we get ready in the morning and I make lunch and all that stuff. So that's probably still like my top purchase for baby. I think that's pretty much it. So if you have any questions, feel free to post them below and I will see you next time with another video. Goodbye.